aka Tank, aka the Knowledge Bank, and I'm here to give you what you need to stay motivated to succeed, and this is Attitude is Everything.
My reps just substandard, your reps just don't matter. All my niggas got talent, all God given, goddamn it. Yeah. When shit get rough, they panic. Yeah. My feet firmly planted. Yeah. This ain't luck, I planned it. Yeah. I need space like planets. This shit impeccable. I had to hit it with extra dough. I had to break out a special flow. I had to twist with the medical. Oh, bitch had to let it go. New chick, she a spectacle. These niggas drowning in the wave, fam. Just put my name where the credit goes.
Alright, today is a very special day. I'm about to go speak in front of 40 high school students from Detroit, Michigan, from Northwestern High School, from Southwestern High School, and another high school at Central Michigan University. It's about to go down. I'm about to give them my experience of what I've been learning and really positively affect their lives. It's great because this is what I love to do. This is my passion and my purpose, alright? To help other people become the better and the best versions of themselves each and every day, okay? So to go in there and possibly affect these young men today is truly a blessing. I'm truly excited to do it. Hey, catch me in there. Let's get it.
Everything that you do. But do not do this merely with the idea of currying favor with your opponent. By uniting himself.
I like riding around listening to music. You know what I'm saying? I love music. But one thing that's very, very important is turning your vehicle into a mobile classroom. I ride around and listen to a lot of personal development. I ride around and listen to a lot of audio books, right? You see, you can always learn at any moment in time. You can always be reading something, listening to something, talking to somebody and learning from that experience, working with your hands or something and learning from that experience. There's always something to learn from. So instead of wasting time, you know, because we spend 8 hours a day at work, full-time jobs, 8 hours sleeping at night, 8 hours a day traveling, doing whatever, I use the time in the vehicle
to the formless and the creative forces set in motion. The creative energy works through the established channels of natural.
I'm done with emotion. I just run through the motions. No, I run with that doors. No, I run with that dope shit. And I'm all about focus. Up early late nights, I was grinding with forges. Police couldn't fold us. They told me it was over. I still cheat up the doors. I was sleep on the sofa. I would paint vivid pictures with niggas. Meanwhile, I was just trying to keep my composure. I guess it's time that I take over.
So first off, my name is Lamont Howard, aka Tank, aka the Knowledge Bank. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I was born in 1993 in Sinai Hospital. Thank you, shout out D-Town, all my Detroit people. So, man, growing up in the city of Detroit, growing up on West Warren and Illinois. Hey, what up, though? In between West Warren and Tyreman, you know, in between Cobb and Milford. I'm from Epworth. I live on Epworth, 6050 Epworth, you know. My family, they went to Chancey High School. I know people that went to Northwestern High School. Southwestern High School and Western and all these schools. So like, I'm from that area. You know, I rode my bike up and down Tyreman and West Warren. So like, I'm from that way, you feel me? So growing up my whole life, first let me tell you about like how to really get what you want. How many people in here want to have something better than they have right now today? Put your hands in there. Put your hands in there if you want to have something better than you want to have right now today. Okay. Okay, put your hands down. Put your hands down. Put your hands in the air if you want to have full control of your life. Full control. And you no longer want to be a creature of circumstances, but a creator of your own circumstances. Clap your hands if you feel that. So, everybody got pen and paper today? Yes, sir. Pull that out. Pull that out. We need that. We need that. We get busy. We learn it. Pen and paper. Yes. Yes. You see, what I learned was while I've been here at Central Michigan University and learning from like a lot of wealthy individuals, like people that got money. You know, a guy named Bolton Boggs. Halton Bucks, he's a guy in a profession called network marketing, and this guy is actually a black man from Tampa Bay, Florida. He makes $1 million a month in income. Listen, it's real. So, Halton Bucks, he said, you're only going to remember about 15% of what I'm telling you if you don't write notes. Please take notes. This stuff that I'm talking about today. What's the average age? Shout out your age.
15. 14.
That was my favorite time of my life right there. Like real talk, 15, 16, like y'all literally on y'all way. And being here is like so important. Like literally keep on doing what y'all doing and stay on the path. Like y'all are literally destined for greatness. Literally being here right now, being around each other, being able to hear this and apply this into your life, you are destined for greatness. So let me tell you something about ideas. Ideas can change your life. Just one idea. You know this light bulb, this light source that we got right here? This was an idea. It was an idea, y'all. Okay? It was an idea. It came from up here first. So when it comes to those ideas, they're like fish in the water, right? If you don't stab them with the point of a pen, they're going to swim away. Your ideas, if you don't stab them with the point of a pen, boop, they're going to swim away just like fish. Okay, so please take notes. So you can look at these notes down in the future, 5 years later, 10 years later, 20 years later, read it, and be like, wow, I'm applying this in my life right now, and I'm getting the results. I'm getting the benefits. I'm getting the car I want. I'm getting the house I want. I'm getting the family that I want. I'm getting the results that I want. I'm where exactly that I want to be in life. Because you're writing it down. And you think it up here. Whatever you think up here, as above, so below. Okay? So, growing up, man, in Detroit, wow. I grew up in Detroit. I went to Sampson Elementary School. And now Sampson Elementary School is closed down, and now it's Sampson Weber. So, yeah, I went to it when it was Sampson, you know, OG, you feel me? They don't even exist no more, so I miss my school, love my school. Went there, and when I was 12 years old, you know, from a lot of stuff that's going around in the city, my parents, we ended up moving. I ended up moving to Belleville. And I thought that it was about to be like a whole bunch of white people out there, you know, when I moved. Like, damn, I'm about to move away from the city. About to be a whole bunch of white people out there. I ain't gonna have no friends and stuff. But I moved out there, and there was a whole bunch of y'all still out there, you feel me? It was still a whole bunch of Latinos, Latinas, and black people. Like everybody, like it was black people, white people, Chinese people, like everywhere. So from that, I become more cultured, right? I could deal with a lot more people. I know how to have a conversation with a white person, with a black person, with the Arab person, from people from different cultures and different races and different religions, right? And it done me some good. So growing up, my passion in life, you gotta have whys, right? Whys is what push people. Having a strong why. Having a very strong why. Somebody raise their hand right now and tell me a reason why they're here. I wanna hear it. For that money. For that money, I like that. What about you? Getting to college. What about you? Better education. Yes, what about you?
To learn.
To learn, what about you? Learn about new stuff. What about you? For success. You? Experience. Let's go. Everybody else out there is out. I just want to hear it. I just want to hear it. Let's go. Write down my why.
What?
And literally write down your why. Write it down.
I don't want to be broke.
Write down your why. Write down your why. And while you write down your why, I'll tell you about my why because hopefully you can relate. Hopefully at least one person in here can relate to what I'm saying to them. They can take it and grasp it, apply it to their life, and get the benefits, get the results. You see, my wife, growing up, I felt like my mom, she always got me the things that I needed, right? She always got me what I needed, the uniforms that I needed, lunch money, stuff like that. But when it came to the stuff I wanted, I wasn't getting it. When it came to the new retro 12s that was coming out, the new J's, I wasn't getting it. Everybody else at school had them. When it came to the new designer jeans, Rock Revival, True Religion, Red Monkey, or whatever, I wasn't getting them. Mom didn't have the money to do that. She was living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make sure that I just had the stuff that I need, not the things that I wanted, you feel me? So with that being said, I always wanted to have the financial wherewithal. I always wanted to have the financial desires. I always wanted to have the means and the income to not only get whatever I want, to do whatever I want, whenever I want, but to help other people. You see, growing up in the city of Detroit, I grew up running around, riding my bikes like in the alleys, bro. Like seeing trash and bulk and tires and couches and all this stuff on the side of the road, and I hate it. I hate to see struggle. I hate to see people have hard times. Because I know the only reason why they have those hard times and struggle is because they lack the awareness of certain things. They lack the perception of certain things. I'm here to shift your awareness. I'm here to shift your perception. So you can walk out of here, literally not be motivated, not be inspired, but literally have your life changed. To have, be, and do whatever you want. How many people in here want to have, be, and do whatever they want? Have that answer here. So, my way out, coming from Detroit, there's not a lot of ways. You either go work a 9-to-5 job. That's what my mom did. She worked a 9-to-5 job. There's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 job because you have a stable income. You have benefits, right? And it's not about where you at, it's about where you're going. So in that 9-to-5 job, you can learn different experiences and skills to take with you for the future, right? I'm always going to be talking about different experiences and skills that you can take with you right now and apply it to your future. Because it's all about mastering those basics, okay? So, with that being said, you want to go on and you want to, first off, have belief in yourself. You want to have belief in yourself. If you don't believe in you, I'm not. The person next to you not. Look to the left of you, look to the right of you.
I got
like real talk.
right here.
Look to the other side.
I mean, I can say hey to the
You looking at the world. You looking at the world. So if you don't believe in you, nobody else will.
I believe
Nobody else will. So please, believe in you. So, I'm about to get into it. I played sports my whole life. My way out. What's up?
That's that word.
My way out was playing sports, right? I didn't want to have a job. I wanted to play sports. Become a professional football player. Very passionate about football. Barry Sanders is my favorite football player. I love him. I dedicated my whole life to playing football at a very, very young age. And that's what I did every single day, day in and day out. Trained to become a football player, a professional football player. Why? Because I can not only win a Super Bowl for the city of Detroit, you feel me, for the first time. That's my passion in life. That's what I want to do. Even now, I want to positively motivate the Detroit Lions to win the Super Bowl. And I will do that one day, you know, because I see it up here and I know that I'm going to do it. Okay? But that was my way out. To travel the world and see different people, see different things. Travel all across the United States, travel across the world, right? Have influence and be able to volunteer and give back money to the city and build certain things, right? Another way that you can do it, you have working a 9-to-5 job, you have sports, you can be a football player, a basketball player, you know, or you can do any one of these things. And where I'm from, a lot of people, you know, they was like drug dealers, and they did stuff like that. They sold drugs, whether it be weed or cocaine or heroin or whatever it is. You do that, we're most of those people. They still in trouble, they in jail, they in and out of jail, or they dead. I didn't want to take that route neither, right?
Right.
Also, you have rappers and actors. I'm really not that, I'm really not a rapper. I'm not a rapper, I'm not going to try to rap. It's really not my forte. I'm going to leave that up to my bro, Roscoe P. You know, I'm going to let him do that. And other than that, I just want to play football. You know, where I'm from, I'm only presented with a few ways to make it out. To make that income for myself, to not only provide for myself, but to provide for the people that I love, right?
Right.
Football, working a job, selling drugs, or rapping. I chose football. That was my way. In high school, I went to Belleville High School. I actually was on 5 different sports teams in high school. I was on the football team, the baseball team, I was on the wrestling team, I was on the swimming team before.
Hey.
Yeah, I did it all. So I did all of these things, but all to make myself well-rounded. You want to be well-rounded in areas, right? You want to do as much as you can, especially at a young age. You want to get the most out of yourself, bro. You really do. You want to get the most out of yourself. Do as much as you can because you don't know what you can't do. You really don't. Not until you actually try it. Not until you actually put in the work and go out there and do it. Like, it's a lot of people that, even at the age 40, couldn't even play a piano, and by the age 52 was a master pianist. It don't matter when you start, it just matters when you get started. So, played sports my whole life, went to Belleville High School, played football, had a good football career, but I only went to a Division III college. Because why? I wasn't serious in high school about grades at all. I didn't like school at all. Didn't take it seriously. Why did I go to school? Because I got to play football. That's why I did it. But you know what? I wish that at your age that I was doing stuff like this. That I value education like y'all do. Like really, y'all are really in a special position. And I was just focused on one thing. I ended up going to college and went to a Division III, not a Division I in Michigan, not a Division II, but a Division III college to play football. I played football there, but the experience of playing football was great, but the surroundings wasn't, okay? We're going to talk about environment later. You see, about those surroundings, my high school, Belleville High School, it had 2,500 students there in my high school. My college had 2,000. I felt like I was in high school all over again just with dorm rooms, you feel me? Like it was horrible. So I'm like, how am I going to make it out and make my dream come true and positively affecting the city, changing the city, changing people in the city, giving back to the city, right? Being actual a positive resource to the city instead of a detriment to the city. I came to Central Michigan University. I started working out to become on the football team here, and I didn't make it. I didn't make it. I was literally devastated. I didn't know what to do. Crying tears, bawling. Mind you, in the 7th grade, that's how I got the nickname Tank. In the 7th grade, we was at football practice. We was lined up. I literally just ran this dude over, completely over, because that's just how I play. I just like that in life. I go hard at everything. Coach, he said, come here. He looked at me in the eyes, and he was like, from now on, your name is Tank. And it just stuck. That's what everybody called me. So I had to find another way and another source to put all of this energy that I had, right? All of this energy that I had, all this talent that I have from football. Being on the football team and being in sports, I was always an encourager. I always want to see other people be better versions of themselves. I always want to see other people just do better than me, you feel me? So we can actually win, because I know it's just not about me, it's about every single body. Literally everybody. Like if we was trying to do something right now, if we was trying to build this building, if one person didn't want to help, this building not going to get built as fast. It could take 10 days to build it. But if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, and baby girl back there don't want to do it, you know what, it's not going to get done fast. It's going to go slow. So together we can go way farther, all right? So I decided to start doing this, man. I was in the mirror, I was crying, I was looking at myself, and I was like, I'm supposed to be somewhere different. I'm really like, right now I'm supposed to be rich and famous, like on my way to the NFL, like on my way to the league, like really so I can provide for my family. So I can help them out in their situation and their financial struggles. Like the financial struggles like that I come from, my mom, she get paid $50,000 a year, right? $50,000 a year, and her student loan debt at the time was like $107,000 a year. And she was living paycheck to paycheck. So how are you supposed to manage with that? You feel me? How are you supposed to manage? So I took it upon myself to do something. I asked Heavenly Father to start blessing me with people in my life that was actually doing something different. And it happened to me. I met guys that were entrepreneurs. I met guys that were actually reading books. I met guys my age that were business owners, literally making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I started listening instead of, I love rap, I love T Grizzly, I love Big Sean, I love movies, I love playing video games, I love Madden. I love going to the movies. I'm about to low-key go see Planet of the Apes after I get done talking to y'all. I love doing stuff like that, man. But you know what? I started to value the importance of education, because as I started to listen to guys like Napoleon Hill, I'm going to tell you about Napoleon Hill. Once I started to listen to guys like Napoleon Hill and Eric Thomas, if you know who Eric Thomas is, you feel me? E.T., the hip-hop preacher, and Les Brown, and Jim Rohn. Once I started to take in this information from people that are wealthy, you see, when it comes to what you want in life, study people that have what you want. When it comes to what you want in life, what you want to become, and what you want to do, study people that are already doing it. There are no secrets to success. They are leaving the trails to success to show you exactly what they have been doing. Michael Jordan tell you that he be in the gym all the time, all day, every day. Beyonce tell you that she be making songs, making tracks, be in the studio all day, every day. That's exactly what they do. So whatever you want to do, follow somebody, pay attention to somebody that's already doing it. I started studying wealth, and not wealth just financially. Not just billionaires financially rich, but people that are spiritually rich. Right? People that are spiritually rich. People that are rich in their health. that have great health, people that are rich in their relationships, people that are rich mentally, physically, financially, in all areas of their life. I started studying Will Smith and the Dale Carnegies. I started studying Thomas Edison. So when it comes to this studying, I'm about to show you how you can really have, be, or do anything you want because you can accelerate your learning curve to do so. Anything that you want to do, somebody has literally wrote a book about it. Somebody has literally talked about that subject before. And if they haven't, they have a little sauce and a little game that you can implement into your life that you can put in to actually get what you want, right? I'm going to tell you about Napoleon Hill, The Laws of Success. This book really turned me up for reading. Like it really did. And I know reading, when it comes to that, Napoleon Hill taught me that our brain, well, I'm about to tell y'all some really key information. So our brain, like if y'all haven't learned this in physics yet, everything in the universe is made of atoms. Right? Y'all like that, right? Yeah. Everything in the universe is made of atoms, right? Protons, neutrons, electrons, everything. But they're vibrating at different frequencies to make different things. This table is, our shoes, the building, your hair, the pen, the paper. Everything is made of atoms, right? You see, this right here is a vibrating atom, this brain. It emits frequencies. It is not only a receiver for frequencies, it is an output method for frequencies. Your brain, just like radio broadcasts, your thoughts go out into the ether and travel. It's energy. It's facts. Those are vibrations, okay? So when it comes to that, whatever you see, whatever you hear, it goes and it is inputted inside your brain. And once it goes in there, you are also the output method, and you do it through your actions. When you are born with genetic influences. The genetic influences are the fact that you look just like your mom and dad. You low-key sound like them. Your nose is like your lips, you know? And now you have environmental influences that you're born with too, right? What are your environmental influences? The home that you are raised in. Everything that you have been witnessing and seeing that's been going inside here from school, from TV, from movies, from music, everything, from your close friends, from your classmates, from your teacher. And what's been happening, it's been coming out. You've been living it out, right? So I started learning, wow, instead of putting all these movies into my computer system, because that's what our brain is, and it's literally a supercomputer. Literally. Think about a supercomputer and how powerful a supercomputer is, y'all. Think about it. A supercomputer is so powerful, and guess what designed it? Our brain. And our brain is smarter than that supercomputer. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Like real talk. I want to hear you. You feel me? Okay, so let's talk about programming this brain. Let's talk about programming it so you can get anything that you want in life, because you can have, be, or do anything that you want. You see, from hanging out in the city with my friends, I just find myself just, rapping random songs, just in my head. Just living out, or just repeating lines from Friday after next, or just little funny movies that I hear, stuff like that, because that's what was in there. But as I started to change my input method and what was going inside, different things start to come out. And when different things start to come out, I started to get different results in life. I started to get what I wanted in life. And I no longer was a creature of circumstances, the things around me. I was a creator of my own circumstances. Literally, your life is a movie. Your life is a movie. You can literally write out your life on that piece of paper, on multiple pieces of paper, exactly how you want it. All you got to do is follow the plan. There's a criteria before you came here. I'm sure that there was an itinerary that showed you every single thing that you was about to do on this trip. You can plan your life out just like that. You just have to actually do those things and commit to those things and put the right things in your life that's going to help you to get to where you want to be in life. I'm going to tell you about Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill, he was born in the late 1800s. And Napoleon Hill, he was born in West Virginia. He was born very, very poor. He was always wondering what made people rich and what made people poor. It wasn't God punishing people. No, he wanted to know the real reason what made people rich and what made people poor, what made people fortunate and what made people unfortunate, right? He went to college and he was a journalist and he wanted to write stories about wealthy people. And the first story that he wrote, the first interview that he had was with Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie. Look and study Andrew Carnegie. He has actually looked at on Netflix or YouTube The Man Who Built America. And The Man Who Built America, they're talking about a group of men, Andrew Carnegie, Vanderbilt, Cornelius Vanderbilt. They talk about Henry Ford. They talk about John D. Rockefeller. They talk about J.P. Morgan. These men literally built the world that we live in today. And when he interviewed Andrew Carnegie, that 3-hour interview that he had ended up being 3 days. Like imagine if you were supposed to go kick it with your homeboy for 3 hours. You at your cousin's house, right? Don't you know you go over to your favorite cousin's house? Y'all over there kicking it. You know you're only supposed to be over there for about an hour or two, 3 hours, 5 hours pass. 10 hours pass, you looking left and right like, shoot, mom and dad might as well let me stay the night over here, you feel me? He ended up staying the whole weekend at Andrew Carnegie crib. He was giving them the sauce, he was giving them the knowledge. He was letting them know what was real. And when Andrew Carnegie said, Aristotle and Socrates, they got different philosophies on life, right? On how you should live life. And Andrew Carnegie believed that there should be a philosophy on how to get rich, on how to be wealthy, on how to be prosperous, on how to do, be, and have anything that you want in life. So, what Andrew Carnegie did with his hand in his pocket, he clicked the stopwatch and he asked Napoleon Hill, if I gave you the resources and the people to talk to for the next 25 years to create a philosophy for becoming wealthy without pay, key fact, without pay, would you do it?
Yes.
He said yes. He said yes. At first in his head, we hear that voice, you see? What is that voice in your head right now?
The first mind.
You feel me? Like, what is that voice? Like, you have a voice inside your head that's talking to you right now. And that voice was talking to him. He can either listen to the voice that say, don't do this, you can't do it, how are you going to do this? You don't have the experience, you don't have the skills, you are too young. Or you listen to the voice like, I can do this, I can learn from this. I can actually pour up from this. I can become rich from this. I can help other people from this. I can become more educated from this. And he actually did it. And from doing that, it changed his life. And Napoleon Hill literally spent 20 years with the most wealthy and successful people of his time at the turn of the century. I'm talking about guys, like he was literally spending time, like years and months, with Henry Ford. Like, Henry Ford, tell me everything. How did you build this phenomenal empire? Man, J.D. Rockefeller, how did you build this phenomenal empire of all this oil, of your oil being shipped out on all of the trains in America, and everybody's buying oil from you to the point where they say that you have a monopoly. The game Monopoly is low-key made after John D. Rockefeller because he owned all the oil supply, all the kerosene supply. We learned about, I've been learning in this book about, man, y'all can go ahead and pass this up, leave it on this page, and I want y'all to just literally read these names. These are the people that he spent years with, studying every single thing. This right here, this page, and y'all just read these names and go ahead and pass that through. He spent time with guys like Henry Ford, J.D. Rockefeller. Think about Henry Ford, right? He made the car. Your network is your network. You always want to have a positive alliance with other like-minded individuals, with other people that have the same definite chief aim. He interviewed Thomas Edison, right? Not only did he interview Thomas Edison, who created the light bulb, he interviewed Henry Ford, who created the car. What do cars have on them? Lights. Who else did he interview? J.D. Rockefeller. J.D. Rockefeller owned the oil, right? What do cars need to run? Gas. He also interviewed and spent time with Harvey S. Firestone. Is anybody familiar with Harvey's tires? Who said that? Ding, ding, ding. Thank you. All four of them, bro. All came up at the same time. Was together in the same room, and look at today. Look at today. Like the owner of the Lions, you know, the lady, her name was Martha Ford Firestone. Like, she was married to William Clay Ford. Her last name is Ford, but she was low-key a Firestone. They built an empire. But anybody can do that. You can do it. 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 Like, we really can't have you do anything that we want to. These people came from nothing. Do you know Henry Ford didn't start on his journey until he was about 40 years old? He was 40, y'all. y'all have a supreme head start on this guy. To have a bigger name than him. Like the way I live life like I want it to be a documentary. I just watched the documentary the other day about Dr. Dre and what's the other guy's name, Leandre?
Jimmy Iovine.
And Jimmy Iovine, man, these guys put up guys like NWA and Tupac and Gwen Stefani and the Black Eyed Peas. These guys are so great that they have a documentary after them, man. They were so great. They were so great. That's why I want my life to be like so great that there's a documentary. That people are reading books, but the only way that you can get there, the only way that you can positively affect people is actually inputting positive things. And the only way that you can literally have here do anything that you want, especially when it comes to a large amount of money, it's about the amount of people that you help. The amount of money is the direct correlation of the amount of people that you help in life. Henry Ford created a service to help people drive a car to shorten their distances. Created something to help people, right? Flat out. So we're about to go ahead and play a game real quick. And this game is gonna be based around what you hear. Y'all ever heard y'all ever played the snake game? When somebody tells somebody something and they go all the way down. Y'all just played that? All right, bet. So look, we ain't even gotta play it. What happens at the end? The message changes up, right?
Sometimes.
Unless it's communicated right.
Unless it's communicated right. You see, most of the time when it comes to a lot of things in the world, a lot of information is saturated, right? And it's not communicated right. So it's all about who do you listen to? Who do you get this information from? A lot of things in our life, when it comes to going to school or money or becoming the best version of ourselves, like we want to become a professional athlete or a singer or a dancer or a professor, and we're talking to people and getting opinions from people that haven't even done those things. Does that make any sense? If you want to get six-pack abs, why do you talk to somebody that's out of shape? You're eating Krispy Kreme donuts all day. Would you listen to that person? So, the next thing I want to talk about is brain training. Brain training, right? I got 4 different topics I want y'all to write down on brain training. You see, you can train your brain to get you the results that you want. Remember, this is an input source. Things go in, and whatever you put in, it comes out. It is a receiving tool, and it's also an output tool, right? So, 4 tools for brain training. So you can have here do anything you want. Number 1 is reading. Reading. Did you guys know how avid, where y'all should see my book collection at the crib? I have a lot of books. I have over 80 books. Did you know in high school I hated to read, middle school I hated to read, elementary school I hated to read. I literally didn't read my first book till I was 21 years old. Can y'all believe that? I went through all high school and everything, not doing a book report right, not really reading the book, y'all. Not really doing the work. And I wasn't even getting the results that I wanted to get, getting the A's and the B's. Why? Because I wasn't doing exactly what I needed to do. But I'm an avid reader now. And I really hope that y'all start to grasp it. I was talking to a 16-year-old the other day. He reached out for me. He said, "Take the knowledge back, I see you a lot from my boy. I seen you on Pontiac Made DDG page. You know, that's my homeboy. He went to see you, now he in California. He said, yeah, I see you, I found you through Pontiac Made DDG, and I just want to chop it up with you because you know your network is your net worth." I started talking to this guy, and he was talking to me about like Forex and stocks and like reading books, and he was just a 16-year-old kid from California. Like this 16-year-old kid from California, I asked him his dreams and his goals, and he already had it planned out for next year, making 6 figures, making $100,000. You feel me? Those are the kind of people that you want to hang around, like, but it all comes from reading. So y'all are at a tremendously like fast pace for what y'all doing and being here and getting this information, because I wish that I was learning this stuff at y'all age. If I was, I'd already made a couple $1 million, honestly, on everything. But it's coming. It's coming with the amount of people that you help. So read. Not only read books, you don't have to just read the books. How I first got into it is listening to audiobooks. Listening to audiobooks. If you're not a reader, if you fall asleep from reading, you can listen to an audiobook right there on YouTube, okay? That book that's going around, Napoleon Hill, The Laws of Success, you can actually listen to that on YouTube. You can listen to it on YouTube. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, actually started these audiobooks that I'm naming. Write them down. I dare you to write them down and listen to them in your own spare time. I swear your life gonna change just by doing it. I swear it will. This is the information that 40 and 50-year-olds is learning right now, trying to apply to their life so they can get the right results that they want. 30 and 40-year-olds right now, it's principals. Your principals is listening to this, y'all. Your superintendents. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite rapper or artist or actor, they are listening to this information and applying it to their life to get what they want. You want to do what the successful people are doing. Reading. Not only reading, listening to audio books. You can listen to audio books of Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You can listen to that on YouTube. The Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill. You can listen to that on YouTube. Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You can listen to that on YouTube. I learned from Dale Carnegie how to win friends and influence people. You can do more in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you would in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. You can do more in 2 months by becoming interested in other people. Where are they from? What do they do? What are their stories? What are their passions? What are their goals? Then trying to get other people interested in you. Why do you think I walked around and asked everybody's name so I can feel your energy and see where y'all coming from? So I can actually know who I'm talking to. Okay? It's real. I'm really here to help y'all. I really want to see y'all win. Like, I really want to see y'all win, bro. Like, I want to look up years from now and I want y'all to say, what I learned that day from Take the Knowledge Bank, it literally changed my life to become a billionaire, to find a cure for cancer, to create a new car. A car company owned by an African-American man, or a Latino man, or a Latina girl. You feel me? Like, what? Like, we can have you do anything that we want to. Okay, reading. Now, also, do you want to read books, listen to books, but also you want to read people. You want to read people and people's energies, okay? You see, there's vibes. Everything is vibrating. Everything is vibrating just at different frequencies, right? And you can tell people's frequencies and emotions by just the way they presenting themselves to you, you know? Bad vibes, y'all ever heard of that? Bad vibes, you got bad vibes, that's because you feel that, right? So read people so you can surround yourself with the right people. Now, after you start reading books, listen to audio books and read people, what do you become? You become aware. You become aware. Now you start to use that awareness. Now you know things that you didn't know before. And when you know things that you didn't know before, you begin to start doing things and having things that you didn't have before. Okay? So, that awareness will literally change you to start seeing different things. It will expand your mind. It will expand your mind so you can know that you can literally have more than what you already thought that you can have. Awareness. You will start to be aware of your surroundings more. You'll start to be aware of what's on media, right? What's wrong and what's right on the news. What's wrong and what's right on Instagram. You know, you become aware of those things. What's wrong and what's right about certain people, right? And after awareness, it's action. Once you start to read up on everything and get your information and get it all in, once you become aware of everything, what goes in has to come out, right? You have to put action on that thing. If you get the football, if I'm a running back and I'm in the backfield right now, somebody give me a down, set, hit.
Down, set, hit.
Now I want everybody to do it. Let's go, let's go.
Down, set,
Hit. I get the ball, I'm just standing here. What's about to happen to me?
You're gonna get slumped, boy.
I'm going to get slumped.
Yes.
I'm going to get knocked out. It's action. You have to keep on moving. And after you fall down, you know what you got to do? What? You got to get up and do what? You got to keep it on moving, y'all. It's action. So whatever you're learning today, whatever you're aware of now, whatever your mind has been expanded to, what are you going to do? Action. 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 Action, 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 action. Be about that life. Be about that action when it comes to learning, when it comes to education, when it comes to being a better person, when it comes to getting what you want. Be about that action every single day. Don't just learn in the classroom when you leave. Man, I'm telling you, like the people that stop learning after they leave class, bro, those are the people that really don't have anything. You have to put action on everything. Just don't learn in school. Just don't learn just because the teacher tell you to. Don't do homework just because the teacher tell you to. Don't do research just because the teacher tell you to. Do it because you want to. Do it because you want to become a better person. Because the people that stop learning after like high school and college, they really don't have it like that. They really not financially free or financially stable, and they still behind their bills. Because life is a learning experience, right? So with this action that you are getting, this action and this learning every single day, action is worthless without faith. Action is worthless without faith. And faith is worthless without action. You have to have both. You have to have both. The faith in yourself and also put into action, knowing, having the confidence in knowing that you can go ahead and do it. Because there's other people that has done it, right? After the action, you have your results. You have the results that you want. Everything that you guys have in your life until right now, today, you have by the person that you have become. Everything that you have right now in your life today, you have by the person that you've become. See, it's not about blaming other people and having excuses. It's not about that's being a creature of circumstances, blaming other people, having excuses, right? It's literally all on you. And it's not about where you are. I know that some of us have certain situations at home where we come from that we can't control. But it's not about what happens to us, right? It's about what we're going to do about what happens to us. Okay? So when it comes to the results that you have right now, you have them because of everything that you've done in the past. When it comes to the results that you're going to get in the future and the fruits that you're going to bear, when it comes to having, doing, and being anything that you want to, it comes from every single thing that you do right now on forward. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with 1 footstep. Y'all can literally have, be, or do anything that you want because your attitude is everything. Thank you for having me, and I hope y'all see you.